What is up, guys? Bringing you another battle vid today, the sequel, if you will, to last week's battle vid, which was George on the left playing Reshiram Typhlosion, and me on the right playing something Gothitelle Reuniclus. That's the one. Yeah, it's a tricky matchup from both sides. I mean, Reshiram can't really one-hit carry Gothitelle, but at the same time, Gothitelle doesn't really like taking 120 damage a turn, and I don't play any kind of heal mechanism or anything like that, as in Blissey, Superior, not even Seeker, so I'm going to be having to make quite a few hard decisions in this match. I think he went first, judging by the energy attachment, and doesn't really do much, so I unfortunately start off with Lone Solosis, but I do have the turn 1 Collector, which is nice, and I'm gonna get double Gothita and a Zekrom. I'm not too sure, I maybe should have got a second Solosis instead of a Zekrom just to be safe, but I kind of get away with it anyway. I'm gonna have to attach an early Rainbow Energy, which is annoying, to Solosis, to retreat into Zekrom. Don't know if that was the best play, to be honest, but I do that. I kind of just want Zekrom out there as a meat shield. It can take hits, it can't get one hit period really without plus power, and I don't mind that really. He obviously doesn't have a great hand because all he does during his turn is attach and retreat into his Cleffa. That also gets a couple of energies in the discard pile as well, so it's not all that bad. I do actually have the rare candy to Gothitelle, and I attached a DC to Zekrom, probably to retreat, also to maybe scare him off using Blue Flare on my Zekrom, because I want to keep the damage on my side to a minimum, really. I think I've really kind of make a misplay here. I evolved to Gothitelle and don't actually retreat into it. And I do evolve to Duosion, so if he did have a catcher, I could have been in trouble, and I would have stopped all this bullshit, rare candy and communicating to Typhlosion Prime, and that would have slowed his setup a lot more. So misplay there on my part. I could have slowed him down a couple of turns by just burning that DC, which I'm going to end up having to do soon anyway, so a huge misplay really, and he's going to do some afterburner stuff, and actually, I think he's just going to outrage me. He didn't have enough energy on there from beforehand. He had to retreat in order to get the blue flare up, and I don't think he would want to blue flare anyway, so without plus power obviously. So he is just going to outrage me for 30. That's fine. I'm gonna draw, and I believe this turn I do retreat into my Gothitelle, realising my misplay from the previous turn. Yeah, there we go, and yeah, so now the trainer lock is up and running. I still don't have Reuniclus up yet, so I think, knowing me, I would attach the Rainbow Energy to the benched Gothita, and I'm going to catch up this Typhlosion just to basically, I don't want to be taking 120 damage next turn, and I believe that's the only way to make it so that I don't. So yeah, I'm going to catch up the Typhlosion. He's going to have to burn an Afterburner and an energy attachment to retreat into his Cleffa, and he is going to eek, so telling me that his hand obviously wasn't very good. I do get the communication to Reuniclus next turn, so that's good. I do have the combo going. The energy on the benched Gothita isn't too much of a problem because I do run Shaman, but I do want to have about 4 psychic energies on the field before I do start attacking, because I don't want Typhlosion to be able to basically eat away at my energies. I am going to attach the DC to the active Gothitelle. This is mainly, I was hoping to kind of bait his Typhlosion out, and if I could bait his Typhlosion out to discard my energies, then that would make my life a bit easier, because I would save on some catches. But no, he's going to make the smart play, just move out his Reshiram and blue flare me for 120 damage, which is racking up a lot on my side of the field. Gonna have to make some pretty hard decisions. I am going to knock out my own Zekrom, because this will allow me to twins, and he hadn't taken a prize up to then, I haven't taken a prize up to then, so knocking out my Zekrom gives him a prize so that I am behind. Oh, sorry, Skype. I think that's all I do in my turn. I attach another Psychic to Gothitelle. Still just waiting until I feel safe to start attacking with a Gothitelle. I don't really mind which Gothitelle. He's going to use Sages after using a couple of afterburners or one afterburner. I think with the Sages he is going to discard the Trainers because why would he need them? And he does actually get another Typhlosion, so that's good for him. He's going to be able to blue flare every turn essentially without fail. And he's going to flare. I do actually manage to prompt out his Typhlosion with that DC, so it did kind of work in a way. I do want the Typhlosions out, and I'm actually just going to catch her into the other Typhlosion because it has no energy, and you would have to afterburner twice onto it, which suits me fine. It means one less energy attachment to one hit KO it, which is fine. And there you see he goes ahead and attaches 3 energies on the field. I don't think he put the damage on, which may or may not be addressed later on in the match. Yeah, he didn't put the damage on, so that Typhlosion's there sitting at full health when it should probably be on 120 HP, which does make a difference, I guess, but not oh well, don't really care, to put it simply. So my turn now. I'm obviously trying to find a way to get that Shaman. I do think I have a Twins in hand. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to spread the damage for now and attach another DC and Shaman. So I don't quite one-hit KO his his Typhlosion, but it's not a huge deal because I do have enough energies to be 2-hit KOing his Typhlosions. And even if he discards one, I've got the Twins engine to keep me up in that department, so not a huge issue. His turn now, and I believe he is just gonna Flare Destroy. He is doing something, which we shall soon find out. I don't know why the Typhlosion says 3 on it, but he is actually just going to retreat into his other Typhlosion, which is ready for a Flare Destroy, and he's going to start powering up that bench Reshiram, which is fair enough, because so that I can't just capture it, and well, I can't really stall behind it because he does have Afterburner, but good practice to start spreading your energies once you don't necessarily need it in one place. So he's going to Flare Destroy, getting rid of my Rainbow Energy, which is annoying if you can keep that up every turn, because I, unlike him, do not have a means of recovering those energies. So he's going to be burning through my energies at quite a fast rate if he keeps this up. I'm going to collect get more basics to put on the bench to put more damage counters on, pretty much. Yeah, it's I'm going to want to start getting more Gothitelles up, not really because I'm going to be using them in any sense, but they do have 130 HP, which is nice. Actually going to capture that Typhlosion that he prompted back to the bench. So I think that is finally going to be a knockout for me. Doing quite a lot of nothing at this point. I believe we were commenting on the size of his deck. That looks like 6 cards. 6, 7? Yeah, 7. So he's essentially got 7 turns to... sorry, 7 turns to kind of turn this around. Or, well, not really turn it around, it's kind of an even game at this point, but yes. So he's going to promote his Typhlosion, obviously going to go for another Flare Destroy. He's debating whether to get a DC. Oh. We didn't. Apparently, we both can cheat now. Apparently I don't discard an energy, or he didn't tell me to discard an energy off my Gothitelle. Not too sure what happened there, but in the long run of the game it didn't really matter, as even if he discarded an energy, I'd still be able to attach a Psychic. Ah, there we go. I'd still be able to attach a Psychic like that, and still hit for 70, which is 2-hit KOing Typhlosions easily anyway, so I'm going to bench that Gothita so that hopefully I can get another Gothitelle up and running soon. Interestingly, my other 2 Gothitelles were prized, and also, which will come into play later, my Roserade. You'll see why that matters later on in the game. Yeah, so I am just going to hit him for 70. I don't really mind the energy discarding at this point because I didn't really have enough energy to be 1-hit KOing anything anyway, so I might as well just 2-hit KO them, and I can 2-hit KO at 50 or 70 damage most of the time because of Afterburner. So yeah, that's what I do. I do take a prize of Typhlosion, and I'm gradually whittling down the number of Typhlosions in play. So even though the Flare Destroyers are hurting me, hurting my energy supply, that means he has to keep a Typhlosion active, which isn't optimal because once you start losing your Typhlosions, I'm going to start capturing the ones that you want to save, and they're going to go down pretty quickly. So that is what I do. I do have 3 energy, so I'm hitting for what, 90 now, which is quite a nice sum. 1-hit KOing anything like Reshram's with 4 damage cancel, which isn't particularly unheard of in Typhlosion decks. I'm going to just be doing a whole load of moving around right now because I've got way too much damage on my side of the field, and this is where something like Blissey would have been, not Blissey, or Blissey would have been very nice at this point, but even something simple like Seeker, just pick up the Zekrom, put it back down. That's 1 turn essentially wasted for the opponent. So yeah, he's going to promote his Reshiram. He's got another Typhlosion up, which is a bit annoying, but he plays a very consistent list, so I'm not particularly surprised at the fact that he keeps on being able to get Typhlosions up despite me knocking them out. And he's going to put another 120 on my field, which hurts a lot. I'm going to get the 4th Psychic on, which allows me to hit for 110 damage, which is nice. I'm going to have to sacrifice my own Zekrom here so that I can put down a Roselia, which is in fresh new 70 HP, so I can move 6 damage cancel into it. Unfortunately, Roserade is prized, so the extra HP that I could benefit from the Roserade being in play, I'm not going to get. I do have an empty bench space actually, so I think at this point I actually do just put a Cleffa down and knock it out straight away, which leaves him on 1 prize, I believe, so I am having to tread very carefully here. He still has a Typhlosion and a Reshiram in play, so he can certainly get 1 more prize, and if he puts enough damage on my side of the field, then I am looking at a lost game, and I think I have another 2 prizes to take, if not more. So he's going to start powering it up, and he's actually going to try and use Cleffa, because he has to use Cleffa because his hand is quite big and his deck is quite small. So he needs to put cards back into his deck so that he actually has a couple more turns in order to pull off the win. But what this does is give me 1 or 2 more turns to actually just set up more HP Pokemon. So I'm going to bench the Slowstus. I do have a Rare Candy and Gothitelle, Rare Candy, and I do get a Rare Candy and Reuniclus from the Copycat, I believe. So that is a nice 90 HP. And I'm just going to take the prize off Cleffa. So this is definitely drawing to its conclusion now. He's going to start powering up his Typhlosion just in case. He's going to hit me with another 120. And yeah, as you can see, I'm going to use the communication to get that Reuniclus in order to Rare Candy, and I can move off most of that damage now, or all of that damage now, although it's not particularly necessary to move it all at this point because he has nothing to threaten me. He's only really hitting for 70 of Typhlosion, so I'm going to take my second to last prize here by knocking out that Reshiram. He knows the game's over now. He can't really 1-hit KO me. I can 1-hit KO him back because he's got 2 damage on. But I do just add the 5th energy to make it so that, yeah, I'm hitting for 130 damage. So, good game, long game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be back with a video next week, so thanks a lot for watching. See you guys later.